Eka Eva namasyO vikshviidyaha. That's where I had stopped. That was Atharva Veda 2.2.1. Second Kanda, second Sukta, first mantra, the part of it. Eka Eva namasyO vikshviidyaha. So the vikshviidyaha namasyO, when we split it, it becomes namasyaha vikshviidyaha. Eka Eva namasyaha vikshviidyaha. Namasyaha vikshviidyaha. Swara idyaha. Vikshviidyaha vikshviidyaha. Namasyaha. Nama prahvatve. That's the root. Nama prahvatve. That is being benevolent and humility. Nama prahvatve. Vikshu. Vikshu iti prajanama. Vit iti prajanama. Vit iti prajanama. That is from Nirukta. And Saptami Bahuvachana is Vikshu. Idyaha. Id stutau. Id stutau. Eka Eva namasyaha vikshviidyaha. Eka Eva namasyo vikshviidyaha. So the meaning is very clear. For Vikshu, Vikshu means Praja. For all the subjects, that's for all the satchits. Namasyaha idyaha. Namasyaha. To whom we show our reverence. To whom we show our prostrations. Before whom we become humble. And idyaha, one who is praiseworthy. So for all the satchits, one who is worthy of our reverence and one who is worthy of our praise is Eka Eva. There is one and only one. The answer is very clear. Who is it? Sacchidaananda. And Sacchidaananda is one and only one. That we have discussed hundreds of times. Sacchidaananda is an entity which is one and only one. Satchit many depending upon their samskaras. And Sat is many depending upon the proportion of the Panchabhutas, the elements. Sat many, Satchit many, Sacchidaananda is one and only one. Eka Eva. And for all Satchit, the one who is worthy of worship, the one who is the right shelter, and the only one source of our aananda or bliss is Sacchidananda. Let us not search for aananda in the Sat. Sat is Jada. It doesn't have even consciousness. It's inert. It cannot understand. However we worship, however we praise, whatever we do, it is inert. So real puja for inert things is to make the best use of it. Not putting kumkum, not putting flowers, not doing anything else. Because it is inert, it can't understand what we are doing. Make the best use of it. Then coming to satchit, find respect each one, each other. And whatever rights we have, recognize the rights of others also equally. They too have got equal rights, all satchits. One simple example, we want to live. Not we, every satchit wants to live and exist. So recognize that, because I also want to live. Similarly, others also want to live. I recognize it, and I will not come in the way of their living. It is a harmonious living. But still I want Ananda. Then the only source is Satchidananda. And that is the one which deserves our benevolence, and that is the one which deserves our praise. Eka Eva namasyO, vikshviidyaha. That is among all satchit. That is for all the satchit, the only one which is worthy of our benevolence, our reverence and praise is that Satchidananda. Now, two more things we have to understand. Number one, humility, benevolence, reverence, I was telling. Now, how to show it? Now, once again, we go back to idol worship nowadays. So, we convert the Satchidananda, which is formless, into some form, which is not true, and we start worshipping it with our own fruits, leaves, water, so and so, so and so on. That's not the way. To be benevolent, to revere that Satchidananda is to respect and subject ourselves to its system and rules. That's very important. Satchidananda has established this whole universe according to some system, according to some rules, which you may finally call it as cosmic rules, spiritual rules. So these cosmic rules, the spiritual rules have been established, and at the same time freedom is given to we satchits either to follow it or not to follow it, or to alter it. So two things we have to understand. One is there are certain rules, and we got the freedom either to follow it or not to follow it or alter it. This I have defined. Kartum akartum anyatha kartum shaktihi swatantriyam. That's how they defined it. Freedom means you should be able to follow it if you want. You should be able to not to follow it if you want, or alter it and follow it.
Kartum.
If such opportunity is there, yes, we are said to be free. And because that freedom is given, we alone are responsible for every action of ours. You are bound. Yes, you are given the opportunity to choose, not to choose, to alter it. So you had made your choice. So who is responsible? It's you. Nobody else will take the responsibility of our actions. We alone are responsible for all our actions. So in such is the case, a knowledgeable and wise praja, satchit, will obey the rules and enjoy bliss, obey the rules and lives well and helps others also to live well. That's a choice he makes. And the one who makes that choice of obeying the rules implicitly and living and letting others also to live, yes, that state of mind is called as namasyO, benevolence, reverence. If you revere a person, we obey their orders. Voluntarily, not that it's enforced on us. We are free to take it or not to take it, but still we voluntarily, deliberately choose it and submit ourselves to those rules. And that is called namasyO. That is humility. We identify and recognize its supremacy. We identify and recognize its utility. And we voluntarily submit ourselves to it, happily. And we never feel that it is forced upon us. No. It's my choice. I have selected because that is the best. Now, if I select it and submit myself to that with this temperament, yes, that is namasyO. Benevolence, reverence. Eka Eva namasyO. Vikshu among the satchits, for the satchits. Vikshviidyaha. Vikshviidyaha is to praise. It is stutau. Here also I got a lot of confusion. When I say praising, okay, so God, you're like that, you're like this and that. We start our stotras. Ashtottara Shatanama, Shataka, so many things, Sahasra Namams, so many things we start. But Stuti is not that. Stuti is to Guna Varnana. Stuti is to Guna Varnana. It's just listing of the qualities of God. It's listing. It's not praising. Praising is actually listing. Why do we list? The listing of these qualities are divine in nature. They are divine qualities. The listing of divine qualities. God is neutral. Sacchidaananda is neutral. If you praise also, nothing will happen. If you blame also, nothing will happen. But if you are able to list out the divine qualities, that is Stuti. Stuti is Guna Varnana. The divine qualities, then it will be a beautiful guideline for us to imbibe in our life those divine qualities. The listing of divine qualities is for our purpose. It has got nothing to do with Sacchidananda. You want to list these divine qualities and try to imbibe them in our daily life. This is a divine quality, let me follow it. This is a divine quality, let me follow it. We are already human beings. So we are supposed to be above animal instincts. We are supposed to be above animal nature. So we have to be human, and from human, our progress is towards divinity. Divine. So what is moving towards divinity? It is nothing but imbibing the divine qualities. If I explain only this much, it will not be sufficient. Let me give one or two examples. Sacchidananda is omniscient. This you are very clear. Sarvajna. Sacchidananda is omniscient. So omniscience is one of the divine qualities. How to imbibe it in my life? Definitely omniscience is not possible. That's ruled out. Because I have to work with the help of my brain, with the help of my tool, and the tool has got its own limitation. Though omniscience is not possible, doesn't matter. Let me become more and more knowledgeable and wise. This is possible. I can employ my tool to the best extent possible and become wise, knowledgeable, scholarly. So if I start learning and learning and learning, realizing truth, experimenting, experiencing things, and become more and more learned, more and more wise, yes, I have imbibed that divine quality to the best extent possible. All my faculties I employ for this purpose. So though I cannot become omniscient, doesn't matter, I become almost omniscient. The gap between almost and omniscience is very big, that's okay. But I'm on the route, I'm on the track. This is how I imbibe that divine quality. Another divine quality is compassion, love. Love and compassion is another divine quality. The whole universe has been created by God just because of its compassion, just because of its loving nature of these satchits. And just imagine, this whole world was created by Sacchidananda for whose sake? Not for Sat, it's inert. It is neutral, whether the creation is there or not. It's not for Satchidananda, because Satchidananda is Nitya Trupta. It needs nothing. And for whose sake this whole universe has been created? It's very clear that it has been created exclusively for the use of the satchits as a sadhana kshetra. Why call it a sadhana kshetra? Because in this universe, they have to work and labor and sweat for gaining their spiritual strength and spiritual purity. Without such tool, without such karyakshetra, they can never do it. It's their limitation. So for the sake of satchits, Satchidananda has created his universe and a system of getting the tools to work on it. And what's the benefit he gets? A big zero, nothing. Imagine, will we do anything without expectation? Generally not. Generally not. Sometimes we do it, maybe we don't expect anything materially, but still, at least we expect a word of praise, a thanks. Or finally, even if we don't expect that, we feel that, yes, by doing so, I'll be satisfied. I'll be content. For my satisfaction, do it. Some expectation is there for us. But Satchidananda has created his whole universe without any such expectation, zero. It was purely for the love and affection and compassion towards the satchits. That's the quality of Satchidananda. Now that is one divine quality. So what's it we have to do to imbibe it? We shall extend in our life, we shall imbibe in our life the same compassion, the same love towards all other satchits. To extend it towards inert is of no use. To extend it towards Satchidananda is totally not required. So our compassion, our love, everything we extend it to our fellow satchits. That is, we are imbibing the divine quality in our life. There are hundreds of people around us who are suffering. There are hundreds of people who are in problems, whose life is chaotic around us. So if we can do something to wipe out their tears, it's possible for us to reduce the burden to some extent. Yes, we have contributed something for the welfare of the society. And how we have to do it? With divinity, that's without any expectation whatsoever. I just say it's my duty to do it, and I will do it. I love doing it. Now with this stand, if I start doing things, elsewhere also it said, Kurvan niveha karmani, jijivishe chatam samaha, that we have seen already. I shall live for 100 years, 100 plus, performing my duty, saying that it is to be done by me and I will do it. That's all. No expectation whatsoever. There's a very big philosophy behind it. Whenever there is an expectation, there could be disappointments. And there is no expectation, no disappointment at all. Because I never expected anything. Disappointment leads to so many other things. Frustrations, stress, anxiety, so many things. And the root cause of all it is our expectation. Now here it says, do your duty thinking that it is what I have to be done, I have to do, and I will not expect anything. Over. I enjoy doing it. I enjoy working for the welfare of the society. Over. Once I enjoy my work, over. I have got my benefit. And what I get later, I am not at all bothered. If I get it also fine, if I don't get it also excellent. This is the way we have to work. And we never bother about the fruits of our work. This also I told several times. Karmani eva adhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. We are detached to the fruits, but are very much attached to our duty. And do it wholeheartedly. Enjoy the work what you do. No expectation whatsoever. That is a divine quality. That's out of the love. That's out of the compassion. So this love and compassion is a divine quality and we imbibe it. When we will be able to imbibe it? When we make a list of it. And making a list of those divine qualities is nothing but stuti. idastutau. Eka Eva namasyO vikshviidyaha. The qualities which are divine and worthy to be listed, and the one to which we can show reverence, the one which is worthy of reverence and humility, is one and only one. Eka Eva. Not just one, it is one and only one. For all praja, vikshu, for all prajasu. For all of us. Among us, there is only one such entity. That is sacchidaananda. That is namasyO, that is vidyaha. The purpose of namasyO is surrendering ourselves to the cosmic law voluntarily, and idastutau is to make a list of divine qualities so that we can follow it in our life, imbibe it in our life, practice it in our life. Unless we practice or imbibe these divine qualities, making a list of it is totally useless. Mere stuti is of no use. Ashtotara Shadam Sahasranama, whatever you do, just chanting, saying that you are like that, you are like this, you are that's your quality, and our life continues the same way, even after chanting it for decades. It's of no use. It's waste of time and energy. You understand one divine quality and imbibe it in our life, there will be total radical transformation in our life. That's the purpose of stuti. But we have been chanting and chanting, and our life continues to be the same. And the very chanting is useless. Or something which is useless, we are calling it chanting, we are calling it stotra, we are calling it stuti. Either way. Our stuti has to be very clear. It has to be understanding the divine qualities. And understanding the divine qualities means imbibing it in our life. A transformation has to come if you are really a person who praises God, who praises God. A prayer should bring that change in us. Understanding the divine qualities should bring that change in us. Once we understand the divine qualities, we cannot be the same again. There should be some improvement. There should be some betterment. And our contribution to society for its welfare has to be little more. That is real worship. That is real praise. That is real benevolence. That is real reverence. Now another piece of the Veda mantra, which I feel is extended or is an extension of this piece of the Veda mantra. That is Ucha Tishtha. Ucha Tishtha Mahate Saubhagaya. Ucha Tishtha Mahate Saubhagaya. This is another piece of the Veda mantra, Atharva 262. 262. Second Kanda, sixth Sukta, second mantra. Ucha Tishtha Mahate Saubhagaya. Ucha, Ut, Cha. Ut plus Cha, Ucha. Tishtha. Shtha Gati Nivruttau. Mahate Mahapujayam. Saubhagaya. Bhaga iti Aishwarya Nama. Subhaga, worthy wealth. Saubhagya or Saubhagaya, that's the abstract form of that Subhaga. Abstract noun. Ucha Tishtha Mahate Saubhagaya. 262. Bhaga is Aishwarya Nama. Subhaga, the right wealth. The wealth which is honorable. That is Saubhagya. Now, when will the wealth becomes honorable, respectable? Only when we earn it in the right means. Our goal is not just wealth. We are also worried about the means of gaining it. It should not be on the tears and blood of others. We should have earned that our wealth in a very, very pious way. It's not on exploiting others. Then it's only bhaga, it becomes only wealth, not a worthy wealth. Subhaga, it will never become. Subhaga is something earned in the right means. Means too is very important, as well as the goal. But nowadays what is happening around is, they are worried about the goal and they never care about the means. I want this, I'll get it. At what cost? Doesn't matter. In what way? Doesn't matter. Now the value of what I attain, what I achieve is not in achieving, but as a means. That's the secret of it. Whatever I may be able to achieve, but the means is not right, whatever I achieve is a pittance, is of no value at all. It will never help me either in this world or in my spiritual pursuit. In my mundane life also, it will not help me. And my spiritual pursuit, definitely it will not help me. One more very important thing. If I am following the right means, maybe I may achieve or may not achieve my goal. Doesn't matter. The very being in the right means itself is a great achievement. Being in the means itself, in the right means itself is the achievement. And reaching the goal and achieving it, okay, it's a bonus. We may or we may not. It's like this. In the right means we tread the right path. We will never stray away from the right path. We will die pursuing the right path, or we will die reaching the goal through right means. That's all. No other alternative. I reach the goal in the right means, or I will die being in the right means to achieve the goal. That itself is a great achievement. This is how achievement is defined. Right means, right goal. If right goal is not achieved, doesn't matter, being in right means itself is an achievement. So when you say subhaga, when you say sobhagya, it means being in the right path, having the right goal. So how do you define right? Several times I have discussed. It is through hard labor. It's not an easy money, it's not an easy wealth I get. And not at the cost of others, not by exploiting other fellow beings. Because they too have the same goals. They too have the same rights. So if I, because of my force, because of my power, if I don't recognize, one day somebody will be there who is more powerful than me, and that will exploit me, and whatever I gain will be lost in no time. To recognize the rights of others is very important. Then only my rights will be protected. As simple as that. And I want my rights to be protected. I don't want somebody to snatch away my rights, to snub me. I don't want someone to exploit me. That's what I expect. So whatever I expect, the same thing I have to give. I cannot expect something and do something else. That's hypocrisy. So hypocrisy has no place in human life. And not being hypocritic is a divine quality. This I explained many times. Though avakhandane, that's a root. Avakhandana is to be in pieces. If my thought is something else, if my talk is something else, and if my work is something else, they're all in pieces. And that nature is called as Diti, and from Diti comes Daitya. Daitya is not a demon, as you understand today. He is very black, very fat, with horns, with the long teeth and other things. No. A demon is one whose talk, whose thought, and whose action are all divided. They think something, talk something, and do something else. All such people are demons. Daitya, do avakhandani. The opposite is Aditi, Aditya. Aditya is a very, very honest man. They think the same, they talk the same, they do the same. They are not divided. It's all one. They are all coherent. They are all harmonious. They are all complementary to one another. That is Aditi, Aditya. That's a divine quality. Now, when the wealth what we earn is this subhaga through the right means, now that is mahate, mahapujayam, that is worthy of our reverence. That is worthy of our reverence. Yes, that is the wealth what we are supposed to gain. That is the wealth what we are supposed to earn. And it deserves all our respect. And wherever that wealth is there, we always protect it irrespective of whether it is ours or not. It's a wealth of not an individual, it's a wealth of the whole society, we protect it. If I have a wealth in such manner, yes, the society will protect it. I need not go for any other security system. The society itself will protect it. They'll say, it's a worthy wealth. Though it is in the hands of that person, it is not for the selfish needs of that person. It is for the welfare of the society. It's for all. The wealth which is with that person is the social wealth, which belongs to all of us. We shall protect it for our sake. See, this is the way they start thinking. But nowadays, it's not like that. Whatever wealth we have got, it's all for our selfish aims. And nobody will bother about it. If it is not, they say, fine. They will not worry about it. They will not think about protecting it. Because it's not mine, it's for their selfish and they have accumulated so much wealth. Let them suffer, let them protect it. Why should we worry? It's not between individuals, it's not between, it's between countries. That's what is happening today. That's why wars and disturbances are alive even today, every moment. Because every country is selfish. We cannot assure that the wealth of a country is for the welfare of the whole world. Can we? No. And every country is ready to usurp the wealth so that it becomes wealthy and exploit others, wage war against them. No country in the world is thinking that the wealth what we have belongs to the whole world, not me. So to protect it and share it with the needy, we have to ration it, we have to distribute it properly. Nobody thinks on these lines. But Vedas say this. There is a duty of some section of the society, and that section of the society is called as Vaishya. It's not a caste, it's a profession. So those who are real Vaishyas, they protect the wealth of the nature, they enrich it and distribute it properly to those who are in need of it. Now the distribution aspect in the present world is totally disturbed. Some are very rich, some are very poor. No proper distribution. Those who are poor are exploited. Those rich, they continue to become richer. Now, this is not a welfare society, this is not a welfare world. This is a very, very horrible world. But we will not be in that condition. It's possible for us to think positively. It's possible for us to act positively and make the whole situation better. It's in our hands. We have to do it. We can make the wealth what we earn respectable, protected by the whole world. Need not just helpless. What should we have to do? Uttishta. That is the one that I have given. Uchchatishta. Utchatishta. Uttishta. Uttishta, we know the meaning of it. Stand up. Stand up. Don't be docile. Don't be helpless. Get up. Stand. Work for it. Uttishta. Now this was one of the sayings, very famous saying attributed to Vivekananda. Uttishta papyavaran nibodhata. Yes. Get up. Work for it. If you sleep, nothing will come out. You have to work for it, you have to labor for it, you have to sweat for it. Every moment of your life, you have to work for it. Not one person, every one of us, we have to work for it. Yes, we can create a better world. And until we reach the goal, we will not stop. Stop not until you reach the goal. Get up and work for it. You say how inspiring it is. It motivates us. The same thing. The root of what Vivekananda has said is in this Atharva Veda mantra 262. Uchchatishta mahate sobhagaya. Get up. Work for it. Your welfare will not rain upon you. Will not be gifted to you on a plate. No. You have to work for it. Not for one day, not for 1 year. It may be for lives. It doesn't matter. Work and work and work until we reach the goal. Until we get the wealth. Whose wealth? Not mine. Until we create the wealth for the whole world, which is respectable, which is revered by everyone. Everyone will revere that wealth only when that wealth is for all. It's for one country, it is for one person, it's for one society. Nobody will accept it. They'll say, we are also in need of it. Why you are so selfish? If you are selfish, you take care of yourself. We are not bothered about it. And if possible, and if you are strong enough, we'll snatch it from you. This is how they start thinking. But if selfless accumulation of wealth, if selfless enriching of wealth, and if you say it's for all, and those who are in need, they're welcome, they can take it, but let there be a proper distribution for it. If the system is there, and if somebody take care of it, excellent, there will be no wars at all. And all the resources on this globe will be protected, will be enriched, will not be exploited as being done today. But for this, we cannot keep quiet. We cannot be silent. We have to uttishta. Utchatishta. Ut means to get up and be firm, have a strong stand of what you are going to do. That's uttishta. Ut is to get up, tishta is to be firm on our goal, on our path. Utchatishta. Put together uttishta. Mahate sobhagaya. To create wonderful wealth. To make this whole universe, this whole society enjoy that beautiful wealth. Uttishta. You get up and contribute what best you can. How? Selfless. Even though we call it selfless, if the world is fine, we also are benefited. Because we are also part of the same world. Our welfare is in the welfare of the world. Our peace is in the peace of the world. Our happiness is in the happiness of the world. If the world is not happy, if the world is disturbed, I can never be happy, I can never be peaceful. Because that's the interrelationship between my individual peace to the world peace. This is what we have to understand. I'm not alone, I'm not segregated, I'm not disintegrated. I'm part and parcel of this universe. I'm part and parcel of this world. I'm a world citizen. If the world is fine,